Due respect, I understand you're Lord Zash's apprentice. Got orders from the planetary governor to find you. You're needed at this war conference, Priority Alpha 1.
Many here could benefit from my wisdom, but I must see to my own goals.
This is Sith's business as well. Promise. The Dark Council sent an emissary, big-time Sith Lord, to personally review the status of the Balmoran occupation. This conference will determine the next stage of the ground campaign. Whole war's about to be decided, and the governor wants your expertise.
This emissary of the Dark Council, what do we know about him?
Sith politics aren't my business. One of Darth Mar's servants is what I hear, but don't know anything else. Assigning Black Level clearance. No one will cause you trouble. Be quick, though. They're starting any minute.
You're one of the Sith, aren't you? Please, I need someone with high security clearance for a vital retrieval mission. The Republic raided one of our research posts. A ship escaped with stolen plans for a brand new walker design. Luckily, our gunners just brought the ship down. I need someone trustworthy, to check the crash site and retrieve those plans.
And what exactly is in it for me?
Intelligence is providing a reward for the plan's recovery. This is the route to the crash site. Oh, if there are any survivors, kill on site. Take the plans to Agent Nianla. She'll get them to safety. Thanks. It was a stroke of luck meeting you.
Pardon me, Watcher 8. Imperial Intelligence. Your rise with the Sith has been well documented. Might you have a moment to assist me? Agent Veld, my top field operative, has failed to check in. Instead, I received some garbled distress signal. I will not abandon Agent Veld. I need him found.
Maybe you should consider writing him off.
I'd rather not discard an excellent operative at the first sign of trouble. I can give you Agent Veld's last known position near the Republic's main landing field, but the rest would be up to you.
I suppose I can lower myself to do this.
Glad to hear it. His distress signal was sent from these coordinates. I'll send him an alert to watch for you, but it may not get through. Good luck.
My lord, let me be the first to tell you how appreciated your work has been. Today the Balmoran resistance, backed by the government in exile, takes its last pitiful gasp. We have you to thank. It won't be long before the corpse of former Defense Minister Vol Argon is cold in the ground.
I hope to be the one to kill this Defense Minister.
The Resistance, aided by the Republic, has made its headquarters in the Balmoran Arms Factory. It is a heavily fortified facility, but it's not invulnerable. Not with such a powerful patriot as yourself on our side.
The factory will be destroyed by nightfall. I vow it.
If we may impose on you for one final task in service of the glorious Empire, we need you to break into the factory, shut off its power, and use the period of panic to shut down security. Once this is done, the main attack force can sweep in and wipe out the Resistance. And if you see Vol Argon, kill him.
It's time we cut the head off this serpent.
Just be wary. Word is the Resistance at the factory have the Republic's backing. They'll be well equipped and well trained. For anyone else, this would be a suicide mission. I wouldn't consider it, but I have a good feeling about you.
Do you know the worst part, Governor?
I didn't. I didn't.
Exactly. You didn't even own up to your mistakes. That's why the Dark Council gave this planet to me.
Please.
Watch and enjoy. I'm Darth Lacris, and I've been tasked with cleansing Balmora. I'm glad you came. More Sith can only bring much-needed dignity.
Gorgeous, murderous, and an eye for talent. We should talk.
We should. Do you... but business first. You're here because I asked the governor to bring me his best. Balmora has a problem.
My friends in the Resistance, I won't take much time. The Empire says it owns Balmora. The Republic says it's yours. We're gone. But you and I know Balmora's won with sweat and tears, and my boys will stand by your side until everyone knows it.
Grand Marshal Jaquetta, formerly of the Republic Army. Officially, he and his troops went rogue after the Republic withdrew from this sector. Ever since, they've been holed up under siege, aiding the resistance and fortifying their position. You may have met their scouting parties already.
Grand Marshal Jaquetta. What's his story?
A brute. He seems barely literate, but he took 3 sectors from us during the war. Jaquetta and the Resistance are based in the Balmoran Arms Factory, home of the brightest engineers in the galaxy. I'm told the factory's generators are inexhaustible, its defenses cutting edge, its barricades block our scans, giving the Resistance peace and privacy.
Sounds intolerable. After we're done here, maybe I can help you work out your frustrations.
Deliver me Balmora, and we'll work out anything you like. Jaquetta may have officially gone rogue, but the Republic still supports him. They fund his revolution from the shadows, make supply drops in secret. Those Republic hypocrites want the arms factory as a beachhead. And as Balmora's new governor, I say we take it before they mount a full invasion.
You need power, and a mind able to apply that power wisely. I can provide both.
Obliterate the factory defenses. Lower the barricades that block our scans, and I'll have an army at your back. And if you can, bring me proof of Republic involvement on Balmora. We'll expose their lies on a galactic stage.
Just what I'm looking for. No one in the galaxy fights like a Sith. Interested in some target practice? Simple. Big reward from upstairs and the targets aren't even moving. The Republic scattered gun turrets along the defensive line, and my forces can't break through.
Did you just say my favorite word?
I can be generous when my men's lives are at stake. Hit the turrets with everything you've got. I'll contact you when there's a breach we can get through. Good hunting!
These are the stolen walker plans, I take it. So, Lieutenant Quisoon finally did something right by choosing you. Imperial Intelligence appreciates your hard work. I'll personally ensure these plans are secured. Congratulations.
Oh, no, wait. Watcher 8 alerted me about you. My mission's been compromised and I need your help. I need to gather clearance code cylinders from Republic officials around the landing field. Sadly, prying the cylinders from their bodies will be necessary. I've already identified the targets. I need you to handle them and take the code cylinders back to Watcher 8.
Sith don't take orders. They give them.
I apologize, but those code cylinders are vital. And you're far more combat ready than I am. When you have the cylinders, plant some explosive charges on the ships on the ground. I need a distraction for the critical stage of my recon.
I'm giddy with anticipation.
These should be enough charges. I know Watcher 8 trusted your skills, but be careful.
Darth Lacris, can you read me? I'm lowering the barricades to the Balmoran Arms Factory.
I hear you perfectly. We'll start scanning the interior now. Hold on. Someone cut through this interference.
Pardon my interruption. I'm Grand Marshal Jaquetta, formerly of the Republic Army.
So you're the proud leader of these gutless wonders.
If they're so gutless, why haven't you beaten them after all these years? I'm not a complete fool. Once I realized you planned to lower our defenses, I sent a few friends.
Jedi Knight Raylon Nis, reporting.
Tempest Squad, reporting.
Fresh volunteers who have taken a leave of absence to join the Balmoran Resistance. Taste of what's coming.
You've sent these people to their deaths.
If that's true, I'll shed a tear.
Go! Go!
Can you hear me? This channel is still open. Did Jaquetta send a Jedi?
How does it make you feel, watching me kill someone like that?
I can't say I didn't enjoy the show, but your timing could be better. My people are performing a full scan of the factory now that the defenses are down. I'll patch you into the report.
My lord, we're detecting unusual signals from inside the factory. What appears to be a hyperspace beacon. It shouldn't be possible. Must have taken them decades.
Don't underestimate their engineers or their resources. What can you do?
In theory, starships could follow the beacon and jump-in system almost directly overhead.
The Republic is flying reinforcements straight to the Balmoran arms factory and bypassing our defenses.
You know where to look. Scan for enemy transports approaching the factory.
Picking up. There are dozens of ships out there. Silhouette is Republic Special Forces, Triumph class.
This is how they did it during the war. Multiple strike teams, strategic objectives, one Jedi per military squad. They took entire planets. They know we see them. They're rushing to land now.
If they're heading to the factory, we can stop them from the ground.
Agreed. Take out the landing platforms and guidance systems. I'll have attack squadrons blow those ships out of the sky. Fail me now, and we perish with Balmora.
The fleet may be lost, but my Padawan and I can hold the Imperials while you regroup.
No. You've got your ship, we've got a few of our own. I want you to get the non-combatants and the wounded off Balmora. After we handle this. You're damn tough, you know that?
Jedi and a Grand Marshal dead at my hand.
Weapons out! Good fight. You've got, well, you've got something I don't have anymore.
One stroke of my lightsaber, and you're a corpse on the floor.
I'm aware. Please wait. I know how much the Empire wants to expose the Republic's involvement in Balmora, publicly. I confess the truth of the invasion, if you help my men.
Dead Jedi. Republic transports. Even before I came to the factory, I met squads of Republic troops. Why do I need your confession?
Because you know the truth, but the rest of the galaxy doesn't. And they'll trust my word over yours. Let the Balmorans and the non-combatants leave. Treat the Republic soldiers fairly, as prisoners of war. Help them, and I'll tell everyone we violated the treaty.
You are in no position to strike a deal.
Damn it. That's everything you could want. Why?
You won't have to wonder very long.
Sir, Squad 815, Darth Lacra sent us to reinforce your position.
The Grand Marshal is dead. We're done here.
Understood. There's fighting all over the factory, but it looks like a victory. Orders are to regroup at the outpost when you can, sir.
Sith, my lord. Major Illen here, sir.
Will I never be rid of you fools?
Right. Well, I'll be quick then. Yes, as the new resources officer here on Balmora, I just wanted to apologize for the behavior of the late Major Bessica. His son's mission was not a military matter, and the Major had no right to demand your valuable time in that way.
What do you expect to gain from your sniveling?
My lord, I just hope you remember my role in helping you find what you were after.
As far as you're concerned, I was never here.
Yes, sir. My lord. You'll always be welcome here on Balmora, sir.
A Sith is welcome wherever he goes.
Absolutely. No question of it. It's a pleasure to serve. Well, good luck with whatever it is you're doing.
I've heard most satisfactory reports of your success in the Balmoran arms factory. And that fool Vol Argon played right into our hands. There can be no doubt. The Resistance is crushed.
The Balmorans now know better than to challenge the Empire.
The Sith are our true secret weapon, without a doubt. Captain Rigel is in charge of writing up the report on this one. If I could ask you for one final favor, that you report your success to him.
Darth Lacris, Grand Marshal Chiquetta is defeated, and the Balmoran arms factory is broken.
You smell like smoke and blood. Let me show you something.
On behalf of the Senate and the Supreme Chancellor, I wholeheartedly condemn the actions of these rogue soldiers on Balmora. They struck at Imperial targets without any Republic support. The Senate values its peace treaty with the Empire.
So embarrassing for the Senate, forsaking their own people. Meanwhile, Imperial intelligence has begun interrogating our captives. I'm giving the Jedi to Darth Maar to see if they can be turned.
Your enemies are beaten, and your position is secure. But our partnership doesn't have to end there.
Shall we take a walk among scorched ruins and skulls, discussing plans for the future? I admit, you've put me in the mood to celebrate. Tell me why I should bother with you.
Here's why.
You're not one for words. It has been an enjoyable day. I'm gathering troops for a clean sweep of the Balmoran arms factory. I'm making it my base of planetary operations. My governorship would be very different without you. You have my gratitude for your assistance.
Next time you need assistance, let me know. I have skills you haven't seen.
I'll remember it. It's time I return to ruling. There are new reports of resistance activity. Should you choose to remain on Balmora, perhaps I'll call on you again.
Knew I could count on you. My forces will make it through. Great work.
Agent Veld was able to relay a message to me. Your assistance is appreciated. As are these code cylinders you gathered. Rest assured, we will find them most useful. Again, my thanks.
Is there something you want?
Captain Lever, Special Tactics Group 32 Alpha, Ghost Striker Division, here by request of Darth Lacris. My lord, we found him.
So I see. You weren't planning on leaving my world so soon.
Where I go and when isn't for you to decide.
But while you're here, your work is my concern. You and I defeated the Republic at the Balmoran arms factory. Now the Resistance grows desperate, gathering their remaining forces for a final assault.
They've got at least 10,000 veteran fighters in the valley. Enough to overrun Sobrik.
Unless we stop them and obliterate the Resistance army. Either way, someone's about to win the planet, and someone's about to be crushed.
What would the Dark Council say if they knew about your troubles?
The Dark Council has faith in my ultimate success. Tactical assessment, Captain.
The enemy's using choke points and toxic hotspots in the terrain to control the flow of battle. Our ground troops can't even reach their targets.
But you can give me an edge. Join the last battle for Balmora. Lead my army against this rebellion, and I will reward you dearly.
If we can finish the war, let's do it now. What's our plan?
Colonel Proshin runs special operations on the front. He will work with you to plan a strategy. See that this world falls to us. Lacris out.
I'll inform the Colonel you're coming, my lord.
My lord, this is the happiest of days. The whole Resistance is in shambles. The people's spirits are broken. Balmora is as good as ours.
They were pushovers. They deserve to be conquered.
The Empire agrees. We cannot possibly thank you enough for your service. Decades we've been trying to win this war, and you've done it in a fraction of the time. Thank you.
You must be Colonel Procyon.
Yes, my lord. We've been expecting you. This army the Resistance has gathered. We're losing the last battle of the war, and manpower isn't our problem. But Darth Lacris promises you can help, and I've learned to trust her judgment.
Neither Lacris nor I require your trust. Only your obedience.
Of course, my lord. Apologies. I've asked my men to identify priority resistance targets for you. You'll move at your discretion, and we'll supply you with anything you need. And be careful if you stray into the toxic areas of the valley. We're receiving reports of some sort of insectoid infestation. Even the Resistance stays clear.
Spare me your advice. I'll do what your men couldn't. Win this war.
In the name of the Emperor and Darth Lacris. I'm honored, my lord, and grateful. We've suffered a security breach, and Sith help would be most welcome. Exactly 52 minutes ago, a Republic spy infiltrated an Imperial capital ship. The blast-happy scum killed 16 loyal officers and made off with a sample of our most deadly bioweapon. Now this spy's on Balmorra trying to hand the weapon over to the Republic. We must recover it first.
This is beneath me, but I'll do it.
Don't underestimate the spy. He crash-landed in the swamp. Republic search parties are moving in, but the real problem is the wildlife, Balmorra's nastiest man-eaters. Also be careful with the bioweapon itself. The casing might be damaged, and I'd rather not have to explain 1,000 unplanned casualties.
Ah! Don't sneak up on me like that. My lord! I apologize. I've been on surveillance for 4 days straight, and I'm following up on a known rebel base location.
You should get 30 lashes for sleeping on the job.
I've been awake round the clock working on a confession we got from a captured rebel. The rebels have a whole operation just scavenging unexploded thermal detonators from battlefields. They're using the thermite to build their own improvised bombs.
These rebels cannot get away with mocking the Empire.
Precisely my thought, my lord. If you're in, I think we should feed these scum their own medicine, steal their bombs and use them on them. I'll transmit the specs, where to get the bombs, and the best places to blow to bloody bits once you have them. If you pull it off, let me know. My superiors will want the gory details.
You look distressed, Commander. Rebels got you down.
Have faith in the Empire, and the Empire provides. Yesterday, I woke to the news that Balmoran rebels had devised a way to avoid our sensors, had developed prototype stealth ships out of shuttles stolen from us. But I did not lose heart. Today, a scout literally stumbled upon where the rebels have stashed those same ships. The Empire provides. Doesn't matter, some said. Nobody could storm the area, wrestle key codes for the shuttles from their pilots, destroy their anti-aircraft defenses, steal a shuttle.
Tell me the details. You know very well I'm capable of all those things.
I do, my lord. The rebel pilots will have the keys you need to get inside a shuttle, but there's no way to override the rebels' automated defenses. You'll need to destroy the laser batteries before you steal the prototype shuttle, then fly it out under heavy fire and countless opposition. An adventure, for certain.
Time for you to see what a Sith can do.
Blast it! I was hoping you were my reinforcements. No offense meant, my lord. It's just there's a target we need taken out, and I've no authority to ask you. The Gold Nibre rebels have taken control of Traken 4, one of our outposts past the Marcaran wastes. If they get the gun emplacements functional, they could take out the Marcaran outpost in one shot.
What's your plan?
I called for a full recon team. Top priority is to kill the power couplings on those gun emplacements. If you get that done before they attack the Marcaran outpost, the Empire will be in your debt.
The rebels' facilities have been destroyed.
I heard the fireworks from here, my lord. Nothing like the smell of rebels roasting on their own blasted suitcase bombs.
You have your ship, Commander.
And you, my eternal gratitude, my lord. You are everything the Empire promises its people. The shuttle will go to our techs, be pulled apart, and its secrets made ours. Once again, order triumphs over chaos, and the Empire provides for those who hold true.
These are grim days, friend. I am Captain Ransvale Newt, Imperial Command. Your presence here couldn't come at a better time. Please try to overlook the stench of death upon me. Sometimes the work we do to preserve the Empire is dirty.
Killing is neither dirty nor clean, simply necessary.
Sadly, the blood on my hands is not the enemy's, my lord. There's a terrible scourge terrorizing this world. The Colicoids. Savage, genetically enhanced creatures with a ravenous taste for human flesh. Emboldened by hunger, the Colicoids are encroaching on settled areas and Imperial holdings. Many of the Empire's finest have become food for these bugs.
Then they weren't the Empire's finest, were they?
Believe me, we've lost a lot of good men. They deserve to be avenged. I've developed a poison that kills the Colicoids when consumed. I've collected bodies of the fallen and treated them with the toxin. Then I had to cut the poisoned bodies into pieces. Now they must be dispersed around the bugs' nests. Will you do this?
Dead bodies don't disturb me. I'm only affected by the living.
I'm relieved. You'll have to make the trek to Bugtown in Broken Valley, the site of the experiments that made the bugs. Here, a bag of the poisoned body parts. Tread cautiously. It will attract the creatures in droves. Find the Colicoid feasting mounds around the area and deposit body parts on each mound. I hope you return to me in one piece.
Damn snipers! Come out here and fight like men! Ha! Miss me, you cowards! Oh, pardon, my lord. Didn't see you there. Could I beg a moment of your time? Our mission would greatly benefit from your assistance.
I have better things to do.
Please, hear me out. The lives of Imperial servicemen depend on it. One of our fighter squadrons was patrolling this sector when they were shot down by resistance fighters. The pilots who survived were all captured. They are being held in that camp up ahead. The snipers guarding them are exceptional. Simply reaching this position cost me 8 men. My unit needs reinforcements to complete this mission, but that'll take time. Time those pilots don't have. We're out of options. At this point, only someone with your skills could rescue those pilots in time. Can you assist us?
I make no guarantees.
Any help at all would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Master Puntillo, target's preparing to move out.
But you still refuse to attack!
My men are corporate security, sir. We can't defeat Republic commandos in a fair fight.
Then, you're fortunate I see one last option. Master Sith, Maverse Puntillo of the Puntillo Foundation. Pardon me for speaking out of turn, but I have a proposition.
You're bold to approach me. Bold and foolish.
I've stared down Sith before. I was, a businessman. I supported the Empire when this war began, both in and out of the boardroom. The Republic sent a squad to kill me. They botched the mission, killed my wife and daughter. So my mercenaries tracked the commandos responsible.
We lured them from their base with a distress call, but they came ready for a trap. We can't afford...
I can afford anything! So since my men refuse to strike, I'll pay you to murder every squad member who took part in the attack on my family.
I'll help you and your little black heart, for now.
I am pleased we have a deal. The commandos are scouting those polluted wastes. I'll need proof of their deaths. Blood, dog tags, I don't care. But kill them. Make things right.
Nicely done. You rescued all of our pilots. I hope you made those coward snipers pay while you were at it.
What's the next move?
I don't have anything else to ask of you. Pilots are safe, mission's complete. Thanks again for your assistance.
This is Lieutenant Zach Hill, 83rd Platoon. It's my final duty to report mission failure. My squad had orders to recover stolen Imperial data card from Resistance fighters. Recovery complete, but my men suffered extensive injuries. Ambushed by Republic patrol. Many men too injured to run. Wouldn't leave them. Not to those animals. We stood our ground, called for air support, but the enemy must have jammed our signal. Republic scum slaughtered my men, shot the wounded where they lay, and left me for dead. The enemy stole the data card. They now possess codes to open any Imperial security door on Balmora. I accept full responsibility. Should have run when we had the chance. Overheard them mention a computer at their outpost. Taking the coded data card there for decryption. If reinforcements find this message, recovery of stolen coded data card, maximum priority. Find Republic outpost. Retrieve coded data card. Return to Captain Laba at our forward base. He'll know what to do.
Never send an Imperial to do a Sith's job, I always say.
Lieutenant Zach Harrell. Signing off.
The spy was dead when I found him. He hid the bioweapon, but I dug it up.
Poor Republic. All that trouble for nothing. At any rate, congratulations. I'll include a full description of your heroics in my report. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must see to the bioweapon safe transport off Balmora.
You don't need to worry about the gold Nibre anymore. I am in your debt, my lord. I just found out that my reinforcements were killed by a rebel ambush. Without you, the gold Nibre's attack would have succeeded for sure.
Is there anything wrong?
You see, we're setting up a new base of operations where Outpost Freedom is now, but those colicoids are proving a headache. Our orbital bombers have specialized toxic bombs to drive them off, but apparently they need infrared markers to aim at. I'm looking for someone to place those markers.
Tell me what you're offering.
For you, I'm sure an appropriate reward can be arranged. We need the markers placed in these locations. Once they're all in place, I can order the bombardment.
Warn me first. If I look up and see toxic bombs overhead, I will be unhappy.
I'll contact you when I read the markers are in place. Watch yourself around the colicoids.
Sir, we just took 50% casualties. That's called a defeat. We're dead without reinforcements.
Where are you, Private? Does this look like Alderaan? On Balmora, 50% is the price of admission. Everyone fights, Private Gambar. Either you go in shooting, or we freeze you in carbonite and use you as a shield.
I like your attitude, Lieutenant.
A bit of enthusiasm helps on days like today. We've encountered an unidentified insectoid species.
They're 3 meters tall. Blasters don't kill them, they can chew through armor.
Private Gambar here is expressing the diminished morale that resulted from our failure to achieve the objective.
Shoot the mouthy one and the rest will fall in line.
Sir, speaking solely for the team, and given that we already shot Private Cam...
A neutron detonator can wipe out a city, Private. If there's plans for one in there, I want all available manpower for this objective.
Oh, thank the Force.
We'll be back in combat as soon as we get done with a little field surgery.
You keep your men alive, I'll get those plans.
I never turned down Teresian ale or free firepower. You've got yourself a deal. Now, I should warn you. The plans are separated out for the manufacture of individual parts, so it's not one straight run in there. Once you have all the plans, come back and tell us how you did it. I need the squad to hear that these bugs can die.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Pardon. Kanju's disease. I'll have my wind back in a minute. Oh, that's better. Dr. Rivas, Imperial Science Bureau. Welcome to Project Hexapod. Not much, is it? Just me and a couple of obsolete computers. Empire's throwing all its resources into the war. What little good it does. But maybe you can help me.
Spare me the sob story.
I'm not angling for sympathy here. You're familiar with the weaponized colicoids, right? You can't miss them. The results of some kind of sick, wonderful experiments. Got loose when the Empire bombed the place. I'm here to uncover and analyze every scrap, every detail of those perverse, amazing experiments. Where, why, who, how, what, and then put it to good use.
The pursuit of knowledge is endless, isn't it?
Knowledge is all well and good, but I'm more interested in the practical applications. I've located ground zero of the colloquoid experiments, but between the mutated colloquoids and my bad lungs, I can't get in. I need you to take this data spike and upload every scrap of information on those experiments you can find. Not just the formula, everything.
If you're going to make me feel guilty, I'll do it.
Good to hear. Project Hexapod might not be a wash after all. Ground Zero isn't far from here. Big lab facility. Hard to miss. Good luck out there.
The upload has stopped, but the algorithm was flawless. Someone must be interfering with the upload manually.
When I find out who, they'll die.
The interference is coming from within the lab. Keep on your guard. Anyone with the ability to get into that lab is very dangerous.
Imache, churon chika jiliska chanaga.
I didn't know colloquoids could talk. Who are you?
Uwana wada blota wijawa. O wamawanka matuske. Uwana wada blota wijawa. O wamawanka matuske. Piti dotenya gokaka jujo. Da biska ku paliya.
I can't believe the colloquoids willingly contributed to these experiments.
Bagthra wanawaga mi bunawa dwedwipe. O kakiza spida perupa. Gadwa shiniko higa danulia.
This is Private Suzoku, 5th Infantry, 1st Battalion. I'm bleeding out a damn artery. Whoever finds this, Lieutenant Pillock ordered us in here. No one else. That's why he won't call for reinforcements. He heard a rumor about neutron detonator plans, and knew whoever turned those over to command would get noticed. We made 3 assaults. Same tactics. Unknown enemy. Stupid decisions. Shoot that void brain. Get him court-martialed. Lock him up. He threw good men. He just threw us away.
I got your information, and I ran into a speaking colloquoid who wanted to work with the Empire to continue the experiments.
A speaking colloquoid? Repulsive. Fascinating. I wasn't aware that these monsters were ever sentient. This unlocks new potential, opens up entirely new avenues of exploration. Truly great work, commendable. I can't thank you enough.
Please observe, gentlemen. A determined individual returning to us in victory. I hope you enjoyed yourself getting the plans to that detonator.
It was actually quite simple.
Spectacular! Take a look at those schematics, Gambar. That's what the Resistance wants on your doorstep. Now, would you care to reveal to these beleaguered military specimens the secret of your success?
Superior training, superior instinct, superior... I'll stop there.
You hear that? Humor is a sign of spirit. Unlike some, our friend here put that spirit into action. And what one Imperial can do, another Imperial can do. It's all motivation.
Sir, if we just have to eliminate stragglers, I believe we are capable of another assault.
You will make one. But the objective is met. The lesson learned. Don't worry, Gambar. You'll all see action again soon.
Bombers are pounding those colloquoid nests into toxic dust. You do excellent work. Thanks for your help. You've certainly earned this.
You've returned. Tell me you were able to deposit the poisoned body parts throughout the colloquoid nest.
It was actually quite simple.
If the colloquoids associate eating human flesh with dying, their survival instinct will steer them away from us as a food source.
Captain Labber, 83rd Platoon. I'll do my best to serve, my lord, though my resources are limited. One of my squads disappeared while returning from an important mission. I'm mounting a search and rescue operation.
The situation is under control, Captain. I finished the mission your men started.
Finished? You don't even know the details of our mission. Wait. That data card you're holding. I recognize those markings. That's the security codes the traitors stole. I sent Lieutenant Haral's squad to recover that. They didn't make it, did they?
Republic troops made short work of your crack team.
I served with Lieutenant Haral for 6 years. This must not stand. It's time to burn every Republic outpost to the ground. Show those dogs how the 83rd Platoon avenges its fallen. I'll organize what's left of my command and drive those scum off Balmorra by myself if I have to.
Hatred will win this war.
When I tell the men, we'll have all the hate we need. It's good you retrieved that data card. If the Resistance had cracked our security codes, their saboteurs and commanders could have struck where we're most vulnerable.
I really should get a little extra for this.
Everything my unit can spare is yours. I wish I could offer a greater reward, but I'm afraid this will have to do. You've inspired us to take action, my lord. Those Republic scum will suffer for what they've done.
Come in, Torsen. This is headquarters. Lieutenant Torsen, please respond. Sir, we've got something. What? Lieutenant Torsen, is that you? Blast it, Nalto. Get me a clear visual. That's better. Oh. Apologies, my lord. I didn't recognize you. Is there a lieutenant by the name of Torsen with you by any chance?
I have no idea what you mean.
A squad of Imperial soldiers led by a man named Torsen. They aren't there? Then it's what we feared. Torsen's squad was deployed to recapture that region's farmsteads. The Resistance is desperate for supplies, pushing to capture every food source available. I hope to retake the farms and put their crops to our use. That's no longer an option. We have to destroy the crops on those farmsteads. We cannot allow the enemy access to such a valuable resource. You're already in the area. Can you help us?
This is beneath me, but I'll do it.
Torsen's squad was carrying a set of RK-9 soil devastators. For this contingency. They'll be on the soldiers' bodies. Once you have the soil devastators, fight past the Resistance patrols and position them in the growing fields. The devices will blight the soil beyond all use. If you could, contact me again when the objective is complete. Good luck to you. Hello again. Scans show the soil devastators in full operation. Excellent. Thank you for taking the time to assist us. The operation would have failed without you.
Next time, don't look to me.
Understood. Understood. You don't need to worry about us. I've arranged for a small token of my gratitude to be sent to you. Thanks again.
My lord, you honor me with your presence. How may I serve you?
Those villagers wanted to share their supplies, but you put your personal vendetta above your duty.
I assure you, this is all just a misunderstanding. The villagers, you see, they deceived us. They ambushed us, and we had to kill them. No impropriety, nothing personal in what happened. I simply did my duty. We can keep this simple, can't we? You can forget whatever it is you think you saw, and I can forget about leaving these credits sitting on my desk. Agreed?
You can consider everything forgotten, Captain.
Yes, well, excellent. I won't keep you any longer then. Good day to you.
It's really done, isn't it? The men who killed my family, you've made them pay. The names match the dog tags. They're dead, all dead. Go home now, Captain. My wife and daughter are avenged.
I'll have the men prepare for departure, sir.
It's not as satisfying as I expected. Perhaps I should see whether those Republic soldiers had families.
You should make everyone involved pay the price.
Yes, I think so. I'll start my search at once. You've done well for me. Take a reward. Farewell.
Warpain's brigand iswis buidan.
I'm sorry you're upset. Mind telling me why?
Inai aftuandira sik invar marbali votos. Wair paba, fraujins in alama patay galakai, in alama amainai.
This creature could have been anybody, right?
Marstwe godzai akran, Pyrawandans ja wanjantans in ufkunpa. May in andwar praji ploy. Ni patay ufaro wisandan, sware kani dede.
My lord, we feared you wouldn't survive. It's chaos out there.
And who do you think is responsible for that chaos, Captain? With every target you eliminated, the Resistance became more disorganized. I've ordered all available forces to the battlefield.
Our bombers devastated the enemy in the first 10 minutes. Their defenses are in shambles.
I told you I'd win this war. So I did.
So you did, indeed.
We forced their 6th Battalion into Bugtown. The colicoids are eating them alive.
I think I'd like to see that. You'll be moving on, I presume? Letting the fires of Balmorra light your way as you unearth secrets for your master?
This place isn't big enough for me.
Be careful you don't overestimate yourself. Colonel, prepare my shuttle.
Yes, my lord.
When you think back to Balmorra, remember the armies you laid to waste, the enemies you slew, and remember me, and the rewards I gave you.
What sort of rewards were you thinking?
That, among others. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have rebels to annihilate. Tell the troops, Captain, that today we win this world. Today the Resistance has fallen.
I found the artifact.
Excellent. I trust Major Bessico was a good help. I've traced another artifact to Nar Shaddaa, but I'm still trying to locate the other two. I'll see what I can learn while you're on Nar Shaddaa. Now hurry. There can be no gain without haste.